Welcome back to the finish line. So today we are going to concentrate on looking back at the Dublin Racing Festival, how all our horses ran and what we think their targets are going to be for the Cheltenham Festival. So we'll get started on the 2 mile 6 grade 1 novice hurdle. Right, that's so 2 mile 6. Right, before we get started, this is probably Tom's last video.
No, one of the listeners said it wasn't too bad in South Africa.
He's lying.
It'll be fine.
He's lying.
He's probably never been there. He just Googled it, but yeah.
I think he might actually be South African. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Also lying.
Yeah. No, we'll be back in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Good to go. Ready, refreshed, ready.
So we said we'd do it today, so we get Tom in just in case.
Yeah.
It goes pear-shaped. Right, so 2 mile 6 grade 1, Leopardstown. I said that arseface, didn't I? 2 mile 6 grade 1 hurdle, first day at Leopardstown was 12:50, and it was won by Latest Exhibition, ridden by Brian Cooper, trained by Paul Nolan. What do you make of this fella?
Yeah, I think he's pretty good. His form's stacking up. He beat Andy D, and now he's got him on this. Stays very well. He was off at turning in. I think in fairness to him, we put him up as the one. He was 9-2 in the week, and that seemed very big about him.
7-2 wasn't bad either.
7-2 wasn't bad. The money came for Fury Road, and Elixir Dane, a lot of the money came for. He didn't run very well at all.
He ran way too free.
Yeah, the horse I put up for the Albert Bartlett Longhouse Poet, I thought he was going to win turning in. He was bang there, and I said, right, he'll outstayed him now, but he didn't seem to get home, which I was a bit surprised about. So jury's out on him now. I can't see him winning Albert Bartlett off that form. But Latest Exhibition, he's going to be bang there now, but look of it, isn't he?
Oh, he looks the proper type for it. He's comes out the bridle a long way out and just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah, he won well. The Albert Bartlett is shaping up to be a decent race this year.
You look correct.
The Super Bowl has got to me. The Albert Bartlett is shaping up to be a decent race this year, and it's usually just a kind of a yaks race, really, isn't it?
That's your new favourite word.
I love it. There was a few of them now the weekend.
We'll get to that.
I thought he was very good. And you know what? I was delighted for Brian Cooper. It's nice to see him back on a grade 1 horse.
It was a nice little 50 grand bloody bonus for the stable lads and lasses if he goes on and wins a Cheltenham.
Yeah.
Be nice for a yard like that. Like Paul Nolan's has a few horses, but there wouldn't be many staff.
That'll go a long way.
He can train a horse when he has a decent one. I'd say they'll get a few offers. I know they got a few offers after he bet Andy D. I'd say there'll be a few more now.
They did. They got a massive offer. They had to kind of combine the few owners together to keep him in the yard.
It's an interesting story that he went to the sales, but they didn't want to send him to sales because he has a small defect with him that doesn't stop him racing, obviously. But and they got one of the owners kept him, and then when he won, they got massive offers to sell him. So they got some of their biggest owners in, and they all took a leg of him. So it's nice they did that, like, and they kept him there, and hopefully they'll keep him now. You know, I imagine they will. Sure.
He looks all the world a chaser for next year as well. You can see him being a right RSA horse.
I really like him.
Yeah, he's a big, good looking horse. Yeah.
Like yourself.
Wow.
First dig of the day.
That was a compliment.
It wasn't.
No, sorry, it wasn't. Cobbler's Way ran very well the whole way around, led the whole way.
Every single Henry de Bromhead horse is running well, so
yeah.
They're just on fire this year.
They're on fire for a long time though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hope they turn up now at Cheltenham. Right, we'll go on to our next one, which was the Ladbrokes Dublin Chase, won by Shakan the Machine Poursois.
You saw my face up there when they announced the tannoy.
I could only imagine.
A blue card wasn't running. I was just in, and I was just putting my place spot on. I was full of it, and then it was like non-runner.
All I got was he's out.
Yeah. It would have been nice to see him race and see what way the form stacked up. The form is obviously good, but if he had finished ahead of Shakan, or would
it was ran to probably suit his running style because they went off like they're clappers.
Very fast. But Shakan was good now. He jumps fences lovely.
Yeah,
it's just lovely all about him.
Mighty jumper.
To go that fast the whole way around and keep going and beating him by 3/4 lengths. That's champion chase form.
Min has lost a bit of his speed and the jumps. Some of them were a bit sketchy, you know.
I'd say because he was trying to bloody keep up with Shakan.
There were some of them he was clipping the top of it, like Kenboy did. But
there was an angle RT put up down the back straight, and Paul Town was just literally fucking him at faces, and he's coming out of his hands the whole time. He is unbelievable at jumping.
I think
He's
Min
very good
missed the
now.
last one down the back, and then I think he missed the next one. Then after that, and that kind of
Stayed going,
kicked
though.
on then, and that was his chance. He stayed on. He's interesting for the Ryanair. My only thing was, did he have a very hard race there? Like he emptied there, I think. But yeah, look, he's interesting for the Ryanair, definitely.
I think a bit of spark might be gone from him. He didn't look the same horse either in the John Durkin. His jumping was very erratic as well, and that looked a hard race. But if there's one fella getting back, Willie will. But I'm fully on the Absolute Tom bandwagon for the Ryanair. Fully on it now. I can see it.
I can see it happening. I really can. It's the one thing I fancy. Obviously, other things have gone.
I went back and I watched some of his races, and he just has that little something. He has that bit of class. I never thought I'd say it, but he just looks. He looks a Cheltenham winner again.
He ticks a lot of boxes.
He does.
I like it.
Yeah, I hope he wins for you, Tom, because you're going to be devastated if he doesn't.
I am. I'm not. I will be devastated.
Marcy now is gone. Like, so you've only one other one you've been shouting about all year. Like.
I've won. Yeah.
Right, so
We'll see.
on to another absolute weapon of a 2-miler, Notebook. Jesus, he's good.
He is, but this was robbed of another, like Absolute Tom not running, Fakir not running, and this kind of took a little bit away from the race.
He still would have bet.
You could say he would have bet when he didn't race.
He would have.
I watched their last race against each other back before the weekend, and I tell you, it was close enough between them that day. And if they rode Fakir a bit more prominently, who knows what might have happened. I was really looking forward to the rematch. Notebook drifted. He went out to about 9-4 when Fakir was still in. And I said to you, like, he's getting backable now. I was going to back him at that price. Shame he didn't run. But that horse just jumps so well, Notebook.
He is so
He's
good.
just, even when he's wrong, he's running into one flat out and he's completely wrong. And he just puts himself right. He finds a leg and he's so fast away from them.
He's very nimble for a big horse. Like.
Yeah.
Big hole on him. See the size of the hole on him?
Yeah, he's very
Jesus
big.
Christ. No wonder he's so much better over fences.
Yeah, no, he's a really good jumper. Fascinating for the Arkle now. It'd be really interesting to see
Cashback ran another solid race. He's
good.
He's
horse.
Arkle contender
He
as
is an
well.
absolute fruitcake.
He is. He's
Speed
a
he
lunatic.
went. Oh my god, it was deadly.
Do you like him now?
Yeah, I do.
He likes him now.
Fucking lunatic. He went down to the first like an absolute, like a greyhound.
Take my Tony's fences. Yeah.
Oh my god, how could you control him? Like,
You can't. You just
he kept
let him
going
go.
too though, all the same.
Who ran well was that gallant John Joe. Be interested to see what handicap mark he gets now.
I liked it.
You put him up each way,
I
did
put
you?
him up
What?
yeah, it's only 6
26
places.
places in the end, yeah.
Half each way.
Yeah. Oh no, he ran.
He
well.
ran very well.
Yeah, liked him.
As
Be
Tom
interesting
said,
handicap,
in
like
handicap
yours
mark
said,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he gets. Betopin, we were just chatting about that before we came
Yeah,
in.
I
He was
don't know what happened to
disappointed. But he ran
I can tell you.
It
He
wasn't
ran
a
over
trip.
2 miles. It was the trip.
It wasn't a trip. You don't get beat 78 lengths.
Nah, he was pulled up and everything. He was all
eased.
pulled up.
Too far to be true.
When
not his running.
they were going fast and he was actually jumping really slickly, and then they turned about 3 out. They turned the taps on and he
He
just
couldn't keep up.
He just dropped away. I don't think it was the trip.
Would you back him over 2 miles again?
No, I wouldn't.
There
But
you
I
go.
don't think it was the trip that bet. Oh, to be fair, Rich
I know it
Ritchie.
was Royal Rendezvous, Mellon, Gannon, John Joe, Cashback, and Notebook.
Rich Ritchie was singing his praises on RTE. He was basically saying it was his best chance of the day and everything.
Who?
So Rich Ritchie was.
There's a reason he's an owner.
I don't know. We'll get to that. We'll get to that one.
Oh, I know where this is going. No, we're not doing handicap. Hold up now. Right. So next we'll go on to the champion hurdle. Right, champion hurdle. She's good, lads. Oh, it's sound for enthusiasm.
Ooh, we haven't spoken about this.
Oh, it is.
I've given him plenty of views about this. Look, she's very good.
I couldn't believe the price she went off.
8 to 11.
8-11 on.
Yeah, they got stuck into her, right? But yeah. Look, I don't know. I don't think she.
Pessimism.
I don't think that form is going to stack up well enough for a champion hurdle,
Why?
even though we're in a bad enough year, right? So I think she clearly wants further. The way she jumped the last, got flat foot and stayed on again. She doesn't jump well enough, in my opinion, for a champion hurdle. Champion Hurdles jump fast, low, and slick. She doesn't do that. The only horse to jump badly and win a Champion Hurdle is Faheen. She's not as good as Faheen. Right?
He didn't even jump at all.
He just ran through them. I don't think she's good enough to win a Champion Hurdle in a normal year, right? And I don't think that form is good enough to win a Champion Hurdle. I don't think she's a Champion Hurdle horse. However, we had our WhatsApp group and we discussed this over the weekend. I was like, no, Mare's Hurdle. Do you know what? I changed my mind. I'd actually run her in the Champion Hurdle.
Why?
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. You go through that Champion Hurdle.
It's so bad.
It's muck. If she was mine, right, a lot of this depends on where Benny goes. I thought, when Rich Ritchie came out and said that yesterday, I thought he was off his rocker. He's not.
No, it's the worst Champion Hurdle.
If I owned Honeysuckle and I owned Benny, I would... Henry and Willie need to sit down and have a talk, basically. Decide
we set it up and record.
Which one is going for the Mare's Hurdle? Because if the two of them goes for the Mare's Hurdle, I'd love to see it because it's going to be an amazing race. However, if I owned one of them, if I owned Honeysuckle and Rich Ritchie and Willie said, no, we're 110% going for the Mare's Hurdle, I'd run in the Champion Hurdle. And I'd do the same with Benny if I owned her. I'd find out if Honeysuckle was going for the Mares and I'd run Benny in the Champion Hurdle. That Champion Hurdle is winnable. I think both of these might be better than Epatante. I think both Honeysuckle and Benny might be better than Epatante. She's favourite for it. You go down, there's no strength and depth. Give it a go.
Right?
Welcome, Tom.
In a normal year, I don't think she's good enough. I don't think she jumps good enough, but give it a go.
I have cause for optimism and I've also cause for pessimism.
Don't you start.
Right? She doesn't jump well enough to win a Champion Hurdle. The other side of that is, I'd say that's the fastest she's ever gone. The other day, they actually went fast. Paddy Mouchoir went fast. And she looked like she was trying to figure out how to jump the hurdles going that fast, right? So she needed that race before going to the Champion Hurdle, because she went to the Champion Hurdle and they went balls to the wall, she probably would have fell, I'd say, because she was clipping some of them and everything, right? Generally, a Champion Hurdler has to stay 2 mile 4 because they go so fast. So she has that in her locker. I actually like the way she battled back and ended up winning. I think she ended up winning fairly snugly. She's getting the mare's allowance, which is always beneficial if they're a decent grade 1 mare, right? But if Benny gets entered, she ain't going to win. Benny goes for a Champion Hurdle, Benny will win the Champion Hurdle.
Benny won't run the Champion Hurdle.
According to what Richard Ritchie said yesterday, she's running the Champion Hurdle.
He said they're considering it. They have to consider it.
If the ground is watered and it's a bit soft and it's the safest ground, because they won't run Benny later in the week. Ruby all but said it and Willie all but said it. When it gets dried out on Thursday, she won't be running in a 3 mile race. She needs give in the ground. So you're looking at Tuesday. So it's the mares or the champion. It's not the stayers. In an ordinary year, and how they view Benny, because Ruby said it after Honeysuckle won the race in the commentary. Like, would you pick her or Benny? Benny.
He's obviously one pick.
Benny's better. Like, the things they've said about Benny now since going, she might be better than Any Power. They ran Any Power over 3 miles and dropped her back to a Champion Hurdle the next year. They know what they have up there. They can judge off the other horses as well. So if they enter Benny in the Champion Hurdle, she's going to win the Champion Hurdle.
Like
the betting for the Champion Hurdle there is Epatante, Honeysuckle, Pendle Hills, Saldia, Classical Dream, Envoy Allen, Charger, Call Me Lord. Well, lads, I'm telling you, Honeysuckle or Benny, if you ran either of them in it, they'd be in the free. You may come up against one. Classical Dream may bounce back. Pendle Hills may bounce back. Epatante may be a world beater.
Totally agree.
You'll
I
be
can't.
in the first free.
Whichever one of his runs in this will win it.
And the other side of that is if they think
They will.
If they think Classical Dream is going to bounce back, they won't enter Benny in the Champion Hurdle. She'll go and win the mare's hurdle.
Yeah.
If they think Classical Dream has lost the plot, which he looks like he has, then and they enter Benny, Benny is the number 1. Like.
And they wouldn't have said that yesterday if they had doubt over Classical Dream.
Exactly.
Because you'd have doubt over it after there's 2 runs this season. Yeah. But then you go back to last
year. His form is stacking up a bit better now, but like he himself looks like he's lost the plot. Like.
Okay, it boils down to which one runs and where they run.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tom. If I owned the Honeysuckle, I'd be looking to talk to Richie. Right, what are you thinking? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Because there's no point 2 of us going against each other where there's 2 winnable races on day 1 for us.
Now, if I owned Honeysuckle and Benny said if they were gonna go for the champion hurdle, I'd run her in mares.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think in a normal year she's good enough to win a champion hurdle. But I think she'd be bang there in one this year.
If they do actually split them up, it's going to be good for punters because that's a double on the first day. That would
It's a great cause for the two of them to pick up a race and they won.
I'd love to see them against each other, though, from a racing point
Sure,
of view.
leave that
to
Punchestown.
Do a Punchestown.
I would love to see it Cheltenham, but I could see why
There's
they would run in
There's
the
that
race.
mayor's hurdle race at Punchestown. They go against each other in that, and it adds a little bit to that race. I know Benny ran in the stayers 2 years ago, I think. Or was it the mayor's she won against? She actually bet Applejade in the mayor's ones, yeah.
That form isn't, for a normal champion hurdle year, Davis Star and Petit Mouchoir, that form isn't good enough, though. Who ran a lovely race staying on with Super Sunday.
Yeah, for someone that needed a big time. Aintree 2 mile 4 hurdle is all his.
She was on RTE on the radio. She said about him, he'd run a lovely race, but he gets a bit tapped for toe sometimes. 2 miles, because he was getting pushed along with about 4 furlongs to go. She said it's all about Aintree again. 2 mile 4.
It's the obvious race for him.
She said he stays 3 miles, but just doesn't have the little bit of kick at the end of 3 miles, and that's why he always gets beaten by 1.
And if they skip the festival, that'd be very interesting.
I think the target anyway for him is Aintree.
It is. She said on the radio.
Yeah. So when it comes down to it again,
you really like Honeysuckle for the champion hurdle.
yeah, but I would be obviously I'd be wary if Benny ran it. If the two of them lined up together.
Can't see both of them running it.
That's what I'm on with. I've Honeysuckle backed already for the champion hurdle at 10s, and I backed her non-runner money back for the mares just in case because she's going to run in either of them.
If they do run together against each other, it actually makes it a better champion hurdle this year. Like for watching boys.
I would do. Yeah. I think you'd have.
It takes a little bit away from the mares hurdle then. That struggles to get people to watch it anyway. There's only.
I think you'd have mares as nearly the first 3 to bet for the champion hurdle. Imagine that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it came 1, 2, 3.
I wouldn't. I'm sure something would end up ruining the party, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Every chance to ruin it.
I'd see 2 of them in there anyway, but yeah. The bumper.
We quickly touch on the bumper. Appreciate it. He is deadly.
Lads, those horses they beat are like the best. They've all won bumpers this year, basically, apart from like Shakespeare's World, who finished second one. But they are proper horses. Like that wide receiver cost 400 and something grand. Eric Bloodaxe, now he ran no race, but the rest of them they've all run decent races and won before, and he bolted up.
He made him look like average Joe So's.
I tell you something, he's a gorgeous horse as well. Watched him walking around, he was pick of the paddock, and I thought, he's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And
he was 3-1 the night before.
They got well stuck into him. All the money was for him. He's a lovely horse. Look, he's a silly prize now for the champion bumper. But
if he turns up,
interesting what Patrick said. He said that he's a very sound mind about him as well. Like some of those young horses, they go to Cheltenham and they go crazy. Like. Look, I'd say he's rightly the favourite for the champion bumper, but I couldn't back on at 3-1.
I'd say he might drift on today. Some English thing.
You want 5-1 or something. I'll be back in Israel champ anyway. Pipes horse.
There's the one that'll get backed.
Well,
he's 40. He's still a big price.
He never gets backed. He went back the first day. He drifted the second day, and he's really good.
He's a decent horse.
Good. Yeah, he's very good
horse.
that lad. Yeah, right. Enough about bumpers.
Right, so now on to day 2. Right, so lads, the Spring Juvenile Hurdle won by Wave of the Sea, where the red hot favourite Aspire Tower just did a somersault to the last.
We all just were fairly sure Aspire Tower would win. I think he was beaten anyway. He just didn't have the same kick that he had around Christmas at Leopardstown. He kicked away coming around the bend and looked just like an absolute world beater. He didn't look the same horse the other day.
I know. I forgive it.
They were saying in commentary, Rachel's sitting pretty here and blah blah blah. Like to me, he didn't travel the same. He wasn't like he was at Christmas. He just pulled himself the whole way around. Whether there was something wrong, I don't know, but it'd be very hard to back him for the triumph after that, especially the tumble he took, because he took some hell of a fall. He bounced off the ground.
I take it that he wasn't travelling as well as he was last time.
He definitely wasn't.
But Rachel hadn't gone for him. She was just flicking him down the shoulder to get him.
I think Cerberus had him covered.
There's no chance that thing stopped.
He stopped, but I think he had him covered.
I don't think he had it covered at all.
He 100% stopped on the line. He was going to win the
Tower
race.
stays all day. I think he would have 100% gone past him, and he would have won. He mightn't have won the press. He might have won by a length, if that. Rachel didn't go for him.
Well, it's changed.
She sent him for the last, and that was probably the first time he's been ever asked that. Right, go for a big one, and he got
lost the fucking
and he
plot.
lost the plot, and he done
Clipped it up.
a lovely Olympic dive.
It changed my mind on the Triumph Hurl. Anyway, I'm all for all mankind now.
Well, from someone who went to back to Aspire Tower at 4-1 for the Triumph Hurl on Friday, yeah, I don't know. I was not impressed. It's hard to say whether he would have won or lost. All you can definitely say is that he would not have won as well as he's won his first 2 races over hurdles. And some of that has been against some of these horses. So that was worrying. Like he beat that Wolf Prince like 18 lengths last day or something crazy. Mm-hmm. So that wasn't as good as he was the last day.
They're young horses. They're progressing all the time. So
yeah, they're tricky.
Maybe his first race, he's just so much bigger. And
they're tricky. And you can only go around like pulling like a lunatic like that for so long. I don't know. Jury's out on that race now, I think, as well. There's the English horse is good, All Mankind. What's the other one? Goshen. He's a lunatic, jumps out to his left, can't see him. Jumps out to his right, can't see him being good enough when doing that. Interesting race.
It's a race to get stuck into now.
Do you think? I'd stay away from it.
If you
not get stuck in, but to actually look into it a bit more.
I just thought my angle for backing him on Friday was I thought he was 1-3, or he was 1-2, went off 1-3. I thought he'd win. I thought he'd win well against this lot, and I thought his price had come into about 3-1, 5-2.
You either take it now as Cerberus getting beaten by All Mankind, you're following that form, and if you think Cerberus is going to beat Aspire Tower the other day, then for me, I'm in the All Mankind
or do you take
stable
that
now. Or the other side of that is like what you're saying, he maybe didn't travel well and there was something wrong with him.
He could have been under the weather or whatever. No one knows.
So
you're hemming and hawing, guessing, you're clutching at straws. Yeah. But it wasn't the same Aspire Tower 100% you see in the first 2 times.
Yeah.
I didn't see him the first day. You were talking about him, but I backed him at Christmas and you backed him at Christmas, and I thought like this thing is actually really, really good. He definitely wasn't the same horse the weekend.
No. Look, he's probably at a price, what is he, 8s now, 7s?
Yeah.
7s now. He's probably at a price you could take a chance that he's going to come back to this form.
Yeah, you can forgive every horse 1-1, so.
I'd wait until he gets there because that was a bad form.
It was, because the second he hit the ground, when Rachel hit, you could see her, she literally turned as she was falling to see if he was getting back up.
Yeah. He flipped over 4 times in the air.
Poor fella. He'd be grand. Right, on to the Supreme Novice Hurdle winner. Oh, this thing is fucking deadly.
This was my favourite performance of the weekend.
Oh, I loved him.
I napped this last week.
Yeah.
I'm delighted. 10-1.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
I tipped him as well. I didn't nap him, but
I tipped him as well.
Great show.
I tipped him.
We did. We got a few comments from the lads. A few people went out and they're 8-1.
We nearly missed the race. Remember, he skipped over the race.
Yeah.
But look, we didn't need to go into it because we knew what was going to happen.
I don't know. I think this lad, they went some gallop in this lad.
Oh, he's so good.
And then he kicked on Ballymore. I'd say they're going to go for the
No, Supreme. It's champagne fever all over again.
I said last week about the two of these, I was just hoping they wouldn't go against each other because they were entered in both races. And I thought Easy Work would go for the longer race. I think Easy Work is actually a really, really good horse. They went absolute bonkers gallop the whole way. And I think, was it Jack was on Easy Work?
Yeah.
Thought he'd outstay him. And the other fella ended up outstaying him. But
God,
I don't know, listening to Willie, I suppose it would be to do with
Shishkin, the owners.
The owners, if they want 2 horses in the same race. But this yoke is better than Shishkin.
Oh, I 100% agree.
Big, long striding, not super fast. Like you said, very like Champagne Fever. He'll
gallop and gallop.
End-to-end gallop from start to finish, and he'll just keep galloping into the ground.
I think he's very, very good. Still 6-1. Like
That's 2 times in a row he's after doing it now.
he's
The owners are
massively
hardly going to
impressive.
want to run 2 horses in the same race, though. They'll both have like really good top 3 in the market chances. Nicky's not going to turn around and suddenly run Chishkin in the Ballymore because Willie wants to run.
No horse that's won this has won the Ballymore. There's a good stat.
Classical Dream won this last year.
Stats O'Keefe.
Hey!
There's been a good few of them that have gone from this and then went back up and trip. None of them have won the Ballymore.
I just thought
It's a proper Supreme Novice trial.
he's got to turn a foot and he stays. You need to stay and you need to turn a foot for the Ballymore.
I just think he's supreme.
I'd love to see him take on Envoy Allen.
The first day,
I think he'd give him one hell of a heart attack.
the first day he was over hurdles. That's why I backed him the weekend. It's just the way he led from the front and just kept winding it up. He did the same the other day.
We touched him on the Pete from South Africa ring. Fuck's sake.
And what I liked about the weekend was Easy Work went out with him at the front and he didn't have it all his own way. He didn't spit the dummy out. He just kept going and going. And then coming around the corner, you're like, which one's going to crack? And Easy Work cracked and this thing just went 8 lengths ahead in the space of a heartbeat.
He picks up though.
Yeah.
We touched on when we previewed the first race of the first day when he was in the betting. When he jumped the second and last against Pence full of legs,
Yeah,
the second he hit the ground, he was gone.
And he's still
He
a
put
little bit
lengths
green
between.
because he kind of went right and he went
jumped-
left.
His jumping
and he
wasn't great, but
he's-
for a fella, it's only his third.
yeah.
That was the
He
thing.
had one bump. He had 1 point to point, 1 bumper, and that's 2 hurdle races. So
He did jump slightly out to the right.
That's only slightly.
Yeah.
But then,
Small margins at Cheltenham, lads. Small margins. Look at Apple's J. She jumps out to her right sometimes.
but when he jumped the last, when he was on his own, he jumped straight as a bar.
he went left in that one. He
Last?
he went in towards the rail and everything.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
a bit green, like.
I think I'm gonna say whatever he runs and he's going to win. I've been harping on about Envoy Allen. I think this fella's better than Envoy Allen.
I'd happily back him over
Fine.
Envoy Allen.
I think this fella's better than Envoy Allen.
If he goes into Ballymore and Envoy Allen's even money and they're getting 3-4 to win in this thing,
Oh,
I'll
I'd
be
lump
backing this
on
thing.
Each way, 4-1.
I knew he was going to say
Stop
each
me
way.
now.
What?
No, 2-1
getting
each way.
wound up, lads.
Stop.
Did you put 2 to 1 each
He
way?
put up a 2-1 each way.
Yeah, percentage chances.
You
I
can't
explained
win
it to you
money
last
that way.
night. You have to point each way at 2-1. The race is terrible. The
Well, it's
next
just-
person is 9-1 and then it's 25's bar.
If it's just-
if you come second to the odds on favourite, then you only lose 0.6 of a point. It's that what I'm doing there is just percentage chances. It's not.
But you're
whether I
down there
fancy
sitting on the
horse.
fence.
Sitting on the fence.
Fine, that's percentage chances.
Yeah.
Grand.
He's my idea, the Supreme Novice winner, though, anyway.
You could say Lorena sat on the fence there at the weekend, didn't you?
Arena be sitting on something else.
She didn't do anything. I've never. Oh,
She jumped
terrible.
first and she went, don't fancy this,
Terrible.
lads.
Should have seen her. It was like a show jumping horse. That's how high she was jumping.
Yeah. After last day, you could not touch her.
She's bleeding.
Yeah.
Once they start
Bleeding
bleeding,
awful now.
once they start bleeding, I'm out.
I've blocked her on all social media now.
I'm
No
not
contact with her
surprised.
anymore.
You're done.
I was
Done.
out. I was out after the champion hurdle last year.
So
Because
was I.
I think she played that day.
I
as
was
well.
out before the champion
Gone.
last year.
I'm out.
Look.
She's not going to be. Honeysuckle's not going to be another Lorena, is she?
No, she's not. Don't you dare. Take that back right now.
Oh.
No, her form is way better than what Lorena's was going into the champion last year.
Right. So next we're going to touch on the highlight of the weekend. Right, lads. This is why you don't give up in class. This is why you never give up on the machine.
Oh, yeah. I like Faheen, right? But I was waiting for this because I'm so delighted.
We get to that in a minute.
Yak.
This is a day where if you were there, it's one of them things you said, I was there when Faheen done this.
Did he show you the video? There's a video of someone,
It's on-
right?
it's on Twitter.
Watching the stands, right? And there's must be 100 people in the stands. The way the angle is, and there's 2 fellas in like puffer jackets with their hoods up, and you can just see that they back battle over dying because you can
Everyone
see,
else is on Faheen.
you can see the colour draining out of their faces, and they're like.
And one of them has a hood up like this and just looking down on the ground.
One fella gets so excited and he falls off the steps.
He does.
And he's jumping around, throwing papers and pens, and the two
missus up in the air.
boys are just like that.
Oh no.
Thunder balls on that
Lads.
absolute yak of a fucking...
How could you not get excited about this, lad?
I was nearly in tears.
I watched it in the bookies in Ballybricken, and the place was going bonkers in there.
Told you I was at a wedding fair yesterday. The whole family was there, and I snuck off just at the wrong fucking time. This is on. Just as she's gone into where the ceremony is on, she's showing us all this, and there's me round the corner,
Watching Faheen.
stood by the window trying to get signal, watching Faheen. He was great. Yeah, he was good. Easy game, Jesus. I was worried he was going to get him near the end.
I honestly never been in a bookies. Like, everybody has opinions and all that, and you take on favourites and like loads of horse superstars, Altio and all that. Like, there's always somebody shouting them for something else. Nobody in the bookies wanted easy game to win.
No.
Everybody was like, get over the line, screaming Faheen over the line. Like, it was great.
He's just one of these horses that you just love to have him. He's
good for a race.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, for a
Do have a
12-year-old.
12-year-old is
He's good for a race.
Yeah. He's great. Battle over Doyen. I know Dave wants to.
Right, we're out on this now. I'm not having any more comments about this. Right, the viewers out there, you need to stop. This thing is a 4-miler. He's a Grand National horse. He's slow. Oh my God, and he's just useless.
that was very reserved comment.
He's just so bad. Like,
I don't think he's so bad.
You know what? He is so bad. He's typical Gordon. Typical Gordon Elliott. He's after doing it with Sam Crow. He's after doing it with Battle Over Dying. Like, Percy is another one. It's excuse after excuse when he runs bad.
Like, I seen the comment as well. Someone put it on.
He is not good enough.
Keith Donoghue said this is the best horse in the yard.
Yeah.
Well, God love you then.
Oh, we had Sam Crow, but now we've Battle Over Dying. Sam Crow's a yak. And so is Battle Over Dying. You're wrong about the horses. Like, they're not good enough. Whoever sent them down there thinking they're the bee's knees and they're the next
Sam Crow.
Don Cossack.
He is the next Sam Crow.
They're the next Don Cossack. Because that's what they're basing it on. Right? They're basing it on what they had with Don Cossack. Don Cossack could pick him up, pick Sam Crow up.
Me and you.
On his back, me and you, Tom as well. I'm presenting Percy. And win the Gold Cup. These jokes are not even half the horse he was.
Nah, he's shite. Not shite. Yeah.
He's not like, he's a really nice
Anytime
boy.
he's gone to grade 1 level, he has puked himself.
He went to Cheltenham. It was all excuses. I said it last week about being sick. And you were like, blah, blah. Like,
he was beaten. He was forthcoming to
What did you say last week? He was beaten before the race even started. Is that what they're going to say again the weekend?
No, 2 mile 5 is too sharp.
They put him out in front because it was 2 mile 5. Yeah. And he tried to lead from the front. He's not fast enough. He's not fast enough for 3 miles either. As soon as he got under pressure, then he fell.
He's like, no.
He took some
I'm out.
He took some whopper of a fall as well. Oh my God.
Suppose that didn't break bloody David Russell's leg.
But like, proper grade 1 horses put it up to you. And that's twice. He couldn't even live in the Neptune. He was all over the place. Oh. And the same, that was proper grade 1. Faheen was there travelling behind him the whole time, putting pressure on him the whole time. And as soon he cracked and then fell. So
Faheen's amazing. It's just amazing.
Faheen was good, yeah. I don't know. Is he going to win it?
What's this? I don't know.
No, I don't know. Is he going to win at Cheltenham?
Oh, probably not. That was probably his Gold Cup.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Probably his Gold Cup.
I don't know. I wouldn't be so
I'd say he was.
Cheltenham.
Right, he's probably going to run in the Marsh, but I think other Mullins horse going to win Marsh.
Yeah, he's so many horses. Like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to see him win a
I'd take
Cheltenham.
Allaho over him.
I'd love to see him win a Cheltenham. I'd probably back him in Cheltenham just because I could not back him.
Yeah, if I don't back him.
Yeah, I'd cheer him on. I'd hate if he's against any horse than the one I've backed. I'd cheer him on.
I'd prefer to see him go to the Marsh because that RSA is really hard. No 12-year-old that's done all those things for you to be heartbroken.
There's even talk from that skipping it, go to Punchestown. Willie said we don't even know yet. We might skip it and go to Punchestown. He doesn't know us anything.
I think that'd be better, to be honest.
I wouldn't mind that. Yeah. Right, go on.
Poor Percy. Have you given up?
Have I given up?
That's a no.
Have I given up in the Gold Cup dream? Probably, yeah. I think he ran a really good race. He turned in. I thought he was going to win. I was expecting him to kick a length clear coming to the second last. He didn't. And then he stayed on all the way, but I think he's just going to find 1 or 2 too good, to be honest.
Will I give you a little bit of hope?
Go on.
Grand National.
I think they should run him in the Irish Grand National.
See?
And I think he'd win it.
I think he'd win it. I think he's...
Well, if 167 is a bit of an ask.
Look, fucking marks are blown out of
He
proportion
won.
these
He
days.
won the Pretemps that year in Cheltenham off a crazy high mark.
He's going to be given... If he runs in something like that, he's going to be given everything about stones. Look,
I don't know.
marks are ridiculous these days.
He's just going to find one or two too good, I think.
I think
is my opinion on it.
I think the 3 mile 6, the Irish Grand National, is up and down to the ground.
Yeah, I think he needs a lot further now. Like, there was a point where he jumped the second last and Davey sat up and I was like, God, I'm going to have to listen to him on Monday now, aren't I?
They speeded it away. They speeded it away straight.
The words out of my mouth as he turned in were, I just flicked it on and I was like, oh my God, Percy, oh my God. Sean was like, what is wrong with you? And I was
like a Saturday night.
He's going to win.
No, he's not.
Yeah, no, look, I wasn't disappointed. He ran a good race. At least he didn't completely bomb out. He was 20s for the Gold Cup when I backed him. Like, that's grand. I can't see him win a Gold Cup, though.
Like, this is after cementing to me more that it's going to be extremely hard to beat Album Photo.
Album Photo is an absolute shame for the Gold Cup.
I think he is...
Tom, you need to...
I'm not against him. He's on my short list. But Delta Work now is backing up that form. And so is Santini. That RSA form looks good.
Album Photo didn't even jump well last year and won it. He jumped better around Tremor last day. He is set up to win.
Santini I can't
double
have
Gold Cup
at all. I don't think he jumps.
Santini
he jumps well, but he jumps really slow.
How they haven't put cheap pieces or something on Santini is beyond me. Because he's so lazy, it's ridiculous. Constantly... Nico has to shake him along and think, I'm in a race now again. He
doesn't pick up like. It took Bristol the Might to make 2 bad mistakes from to go past him.
Yeah. I think that works a nice horse. The 3 horses that were in the RSA last year, at the start of the year it looked like the form was a bit suspect, but it's not now. It's decent form.
It's grand form.
Depending on the ground, like if you get like a native River Gold Cup, that'll suit Santini down to the ground. Album Photo, I'm completely not against him. It's hard to win back-to-back Gold Cups. However, what I would say, they're giving him every chance. They've given him a really light campaign. If you look at Best Mate, he used to have, 1-2 runs, then the Gold Cup.
Done the same thing that they did last year.
Done the same thing as last year. They're giving him every chance to go and do it again. I would not knock him at all. I just think it's open enough. There's Delta Work, there's Santini. It'd be a good race between them. But yeah, that's my short list, the 3 of them. So.
Kemba's a strange one. He hasn't.
His jumping was horrific.
I said it about Min. He's both of them, but Kemba was worse than Min. He kept clipping the top of the brush with like his front hoof.
He hasn't done that last year at all.
And it was like stopping his momentum and all that. Like, and then he ran all the way to the line. He came around the corner and sped up and ran all the way to the line. But I said it to Andrew. He looks really full of speed to me.
Yeah.
I actually said I think he'd win the Ryanair.
They're never going to run him in Ryanair.
They won't run him in it. He'll run in the Gold Cup, but he'd win the Ryanair.
We got the winner.
If they got his jumping back together and he led from the front of Ryanair, he'd speed away from all it. It'd be like
it's had cement to me now, that bloody Album Photo. It's really good.
Delighted with Album Photo. No, it's so
coming to plan. Scars for Album Photo and bloody
Asturias. It's all coming to plan now.
We knew this was going to happen.
I wouldn't knock him. That's best look.
Right, so that is our look back at the Dublin Racing Festival. Now, for the weekend preview, we might try the live feed.
Well,
someday.
Yeah, okay. Sunday.
Someday.
Yeah, okay.
Which day? Friday.
Yeah, leave it with
Friday
me.
evening.
Tom is gone, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not here.
Leave it with me, yeah.
Okay. I'll put it up on social media anyway. We done this today because, as I said at the start of the video, Tom might be here for much longer.
Yeah. Well, I should be able to make that.
Yeah. Okay. So again, lads, thanks for all the comments on Twitter under the video. We've broken 1,000 subscribers, which is unbelievable. So thanks for your support, lads, on everything, and we will see you again Friday night live on YouTube.